My beloved child, there is a reason you clicked this video at this exact moment. Not yesterday. Not tomorrow. Right now. And before you even think about skipping, don't. Because something is already moving around your life. Something unseen. Something powerful. Something that has been trying to reach you again and again. You felt it, didn't you? That strange pressure in your chest lately. That feeling that the world around you has changed. Those nights where sleep escaped you for no reason. Those moments when you suddenly stopped, and felt like someone was trying to warn you. This is not random. Stay till the end. Because what you are about to hear may explain everything. Archangel Michael is trying to break through the noise surrounding your life. And what he is carrying is not small. It is urgent. There are very few people who were meant to hear this message. And somehow, through all the distractions, through all the scrolling, through all the chaos online, you arrived here. That alone should tell you something. Don't skip. Because the next few minutes may reveal why certain doors suddenly closed around you, why certain people disappeared, why confusion entered your path, and why your spirit has felt restless lately. You thought you were being abandoned. But you were actually being protected. Listen carefully. Archangel Michael does not appear when things are ordinary. He comes when a shift is near. When hidden battles are happening behind the scenes. When someone is standing at the edge of a life-changing moment without even realizing it. And tonight, that someone is you. There is a force trying to keep you distracted right now. Have you noticed it? Every time you try to focus on your future, something interrupts you. Every time you begin to heal, something pulls you backward. Every time you feel close to clarity, confusion suddenly appears. That is not coincidence. Something huge is waiting for you. But before it arrives, everything around you becomes noisy. This is why you must stay until the end. Because Michael's message is not just comfort. It is preparation. A preparation for what is coming next in your life. And once you understand it, you will never look at your recent struggles the same way again. There is a reason your soul has been tired. You have been carrying battles nobody saw. Smiling while silently fighting. Trying to stay strong while feeling exhausted inside. Pretending everything was fine while your spirit kept whispering. Something is changing. And it is. But first, you need to hear this clearly. The delay was never punishment. The silence was never abandonment. And the doors that shut in your face were not failures. They were barriers placed there for your protection. Don't skip. Because this next part matters more than you realize. Archangel Michael is trying to remove something from your path before your next chapter begins. Not everyone around you was sent to walk with you. Not every opportunity was meant to stay. Not every voice speaking into your life carried good intentions. Some people smiled in front of you while secretly draining your energy. Some situations looked promising but carried hidden destruction. Some paths looked exciting but would have led you into deep regret. And every time you were redirected, you thought your life was falling apart. But Michael saw what you could not see. That missed opportunity, Protection. That sudden separation? Protection. That delay that frustrated you? Protection. You keep asking why everything became difficult. While heaven has been asking, do you not see what you were saved from? Something huge is waiting for you. And before blessings arrive, hidden things are exposed. This is why your spirit has been sensing change before your eyes could see it. Pay attention to your instincts lately. They became sharper, didn't they? You started noticing energy differently. You started feeling uncomfortable around certain people. You started questioning places that once felt normal. You started sensing when something was off. That is not your imagination. Michael is trying to wake your discernment. Because where you are going next, you cannot carry blindness with you. Stay till the end. Because the biggest revelation is still coming. There is a reason this message found you during this season of your life. You have entered a transition period. And transition seasons are uncomfortable. Everything feels uncertain there. Old doors close. New doors haven't opened yet. People misunderstand you. Your emotions become intense. Your mind becomes restless. It feels lonely. But what feels like isolation is often preparation. Because before elevation comes separation. Archangel Michael is trying to pull you away from environments that can no longer hold your future. Read that again in your spirit. Some places cannot go where you are going. Some people only understood the old version of you. But something inside you has changed. You feel it. Your tolerance changed. Your desires changed. Your priorities changed. Even your conversations changed. You are not becoming cold. You are becoming aware. And awareness changes everything. Don't skip now. Because this is where the message becomes serious. There is a battle happening over your focus. The greatest attacks do not always come through fear. Sometimes they come through distraction. Too much noise. Too much doubt. Too much pressure. Too many voices speaking at once. Why? Because distracted people miss divine timing. And something powerful is approaching your life faster than you think. But if your attention stays trapped in negativity, you may fail to recognize the opportunity when it arrives. This is why Michael has been pushing you to slow down. To breathe. To observe. To listen carefully. Because answers have been trying to reach you. Through signs. Through dreams. Through sudden feelings. Through moments you almost ignored. Nothing about this season is random. Something huge is waiting for you. And you are closer than you think. That's why the pressure increased recently. Did you notice how the battles became stronger right before this message reached you? That was not accidental. The closer a breakthrough gets, the more confusion tries to surround a person. But listen carefully. Confusion is temporary. Clarity is coming. And when it arrives, everything will begin making sense at once. The pain. The waiting. The silence. The heartbreak. The delays. All of it. You will finally understand why certain things had to happen exactly the way they did. But before that moment comes, you must not give up now. This is the part where many people walk away from their destiny. Right before things change. Right before answers arrive. Right before restoration begins. They leave too early. Do not be one of them. Stay till the end. Because Archangel Michael is not only protecting you, he is preparing you for an encounter that could change your entire direction. An encounter with truth. And truth changes everything. Soon, someone's real intentions will become impossible to hide. Soon, a hidden opportunity will suddenly appear. Soon, a weight you have carried for too long will finally break. And when it happens, you will remember this moment. You will remember hearing these words. Because your spirit already knows. Something is coming. Something bigger than coincidence. Something bigger than luck. Something that had to be delayed until the right moment. And that moment is getting closer every single day. Do not let fear ruin what faith has been building quietly behind the scenes. Because while you were worrying, things were already moving in your favor without you seeing them. That is the shocking part. The breakthrough already began before you noticed it. The shift already started. And Archangel Michael has been standing beside you through all of it. A silence is about to break. And when it does, your entire understanding of the last few months will change forever. Don't skip. Because what you are hearing right now is not ordinary motivation. This is a message for the person who feels like something unseen has been surrounding their life lately. You tried to ignore it. You tried to distract yourself. You tried to act normal. But deep inside, you knew something bigger was happening. Stay till the end. Because Archangel Michael is trying to reveal why the pressure around your life suddenly increased. Why doors became harder to open. Why certain people became distant. Why your spirit started feeling alert for no visible reason. This next revelation changes everything. There are moments in life when heaven becomes quiet before a major shift. Not because nothing is happening, but because everything is happening behind the scenes. And that is exactly where you are now. In the hidden stage. The stage where things are moving even when you cannot see them yet. Something huge is waiting for you. But before it arrives, you are being prepared emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. That explains the exhaustion. Not physical exhaustion. Soul exhaustion. The kind where you smile outside but feel heavy inside. The kind where your heart keeps searching for answers. The kind where even peaceful moments feel strange. You thought you were losing strength. But in reality, you were transforming. Don't skip now. Because this is where the message becomes powerful. Archangel Michael is trying to remove fear from your future before your next chapter begins. Fear has followed you quietly for too long. Fear of failing. Fear of trusting again. Fear of starting over. Fear of believing something good could finally happen for you. And fear speaks in a very specific voice. It whispers, "What if nothing changes?" But Michael is trying to replace that voice with another one. A stronger one. A voice saying, "What if everything changes at once? Stay till the end. Because there is something shocking you need to understand. The delays in your life were not empty seasons. They were training seasons. You were learning lessons quietly that will soon become necessary. Patience. Discernment. Strength. Wisdom. Self-control. At the time, none of it made sense. But soon, you will understand why you had to grow before receiving what is coming next. Because blessings without preparation often become burdens. And Michael refuses to let you step into your next season unprepared. That is why things slowed down. That is why certain plans collapsed. That is why some people disappeared without explanation. You called it loss. He called it alignment. Something huge is waiting for you. And not everyone was meant to witness the version of you that is about to rise. Listen carefully. There is a reason you survived moments that should have broken you. A reason you kept going even after disappointment. A reason you found strength after emotional storms. A reason your spirit refused to completely give up. You were being preserved for a purpose larger than your current understanding. And right now, Michael is trying to wake you up before the final moment arrives. Because once the shift begins, it will happen quickly. Very quickly. Opportunities. Answers. Unexpected connections. Restoration. Clarity. Things that felt frozen for years may suddenly begin moving all at once. And when it happens, people around you will not understand how fast your life changed. But you will remember this message. Don't skip. Because this next part may be the most important revelation yet. Someone around you has been watching your light quietly. Not your money. Not your appearance. Your light. Your peace. Your resilience. Your energy. There are people who noticed that no matter how difficult life became, you still carried something special inside you. That kind of strength cannot be copied. And that is why your presence unsettled certain environments. You were never too sensitive. You were simply aware. Aware of energy. Aware of intentions. Aware of shifts most people ignored. That awareness is becoming stronger now. Archangel Michael is sharpening it for a reason. Because where you are going next, discernment will matter more than appearances. Not everything shining is good for you. Not every smiling face carries loyalty. Not every opportunity carries peace. And Michael is trying to teach you the difference before your next door opens. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, many people feel lost because they are listening to noise instead of direction. Too many opinions. Too many distractions. Too much comparison. But your spirit has been craving something deeper. Truth. Real clarity. A sign that your life still has meaning beyond the struggle. And here is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation. The very thing that almost broke you, is about to become the reason you inspire others. Yes. The pain you cried through silently. The rejection nobody understood. The nights where you questioned everything. None of it was wasted. Michael has been shaping your story quietly. Because some people are chosen not only to survive storms, but to become proof that storms can be survived. That is why your life has felt different. You were never meant to stay average. Don't skip now. Because what comes next could change the way you see yourself forever. There is a hidden door opening near your future. You cannot fully see it yet. But your spirit feels it approaching. That is why old environments suddenly feel uncomfortable. That is why your old habits no longer satisfy you. That is why certain conversations drain you now. Your soul is trying to move forward, while parts of your old life are trying to pull you backward. But the pull forward is becoming stronger. And soon, you will stop apologizing for outgrowing places that no longer fit your destiny. Something huge is waiting for you. Remember this carefully. Sometimes the greatest sign that your breakthrough is near is when everything tries to distract you right before it arrives. Suddenly your focus weakens. Your emotions become heavy. Your motivation disappears. Why? Because distractions increase when transformation gets close. But this is not the time to disconnect from your purpose. This is the time to become more aware than ever before. Michael is standing near the doorway of your next season. And he is trying to make sure you enter it wisely. Not emotionally. Not blindly. Not desperately. Wisely. That changes everything. Because rushed decisions create regret. But guided decisions create peace. And peace is becoming your confirmation now. Not pressure. Not panic. Peace. If something steals your peace repeatedly, pay attention. If something constantly creates confusion, pay attention. Your spirit has been receiving warnings long before your mind accepted them. That feeling inside you lately? It was not random. It was preparation. Stay till the end. Because the final revelation of this message is approaching. Very soon, you are going to witness a separation between what was temporary and what was truly meant for you. And when that separation happens, everything hidden will become clear. The waiting will make sense. The silence will make sense. The closed doors will make sense. You will finally see why certain things had to leave before greater things could arrive. And on that day, you will realize Archangel Michael was never absent from your life. He was guiding you the entire time. Quietly. Patiently. Powerfully. Leading you toward a moment that is now closer than ever before. Something huge is waiting for you. Do not lose focus now. The moment you have been waiting for is closer than anyone realizes. And the strangest part is this. The signs have already started appearing around you. Don't skip. Because what Archangel Michael is trying to reveal in this moment may explain why your spirit has been feeling so different lately. Something is shifting. Quietly. Powerfully. Irreversibly. And before this next chapter fully opens, you need to understand what is happening behind the scenes. Stay till the end. Because the final pieces are beginning to connect. Have you noticed how certain things no longer excite you the way they used to? Places that once felt comfortable now feel heavy. Conversations that once entertained you now feel empty. Certain people suddenly feel distant even while standing beside you. That is not confusion. That is awakening. Your spirit is recognizing that it can no longer remain where it used to belong. And Archangel Michael is guiding you through that transition. Something huge is waiting for you. But first, your life must separate from everything that cannot enter your future. This is why the last season felt so uncomfortable. You were outgrowing an old version of yourself. And growth is never comfortable. Especially when nobody around you understands what you are becoming. Listen carefully. There are moments when heaven delays answers because your heart is still healing from previous disappointments. If certain blessings had arrived too early, you would have handled them with fear instead of wisdom. That is why timing matters. And Michael understands timing better than you do. You saw delay. He saw preparation. You saw silence. He saw protection. You saw confusion. He saw transformation beginning quietly inside you. Don't skip now. Because this next revelation is something most people never realize until it is too late. Your greatest breakthrough may arrive disguised as a sudden ending. Yes. Sometimes what feels like loss is actually the beginning of freedom. That relationship ending. That opportunity disappearing. That sudden change of direction. You cried over it because you thought everything was collapsing. But Michael knew something you could not yet see. Some doors close because greater doors are already approaching. And if the old doors remained open, you would never walk toward the new ones. Something huge is waiting for you. That is why your spirit has been restless. Not because your life is over. Because your next season is trying to begin. And the old season is resisting the transition. Stay till the end. Because the next part may completely change the way you see your future. There is someone watching this right now who secretly feels tired of pretending to be strong. Tired of smiling while carrying silent pressure. Tired of being misunderstood. Tired of waiting for answers that never seem to arrive. But hear this clearly. You are not forgotten. The fact that you survived every difficult chapter so far is already proof that unseen protection has been surrounding your life. There were moments you should have completely fallen apart. Yet somehow, you kept moving forward. Not perfectly. Not fearlessly. But forward. And that matters more than you realize. Because movement creates momentum. And momentum creates change. Archangel Michael is trying to push you toward the version of yourself that your past could never fully imagine. That is why your comfort zone feels smaller now. You are being stretched toward something greater. Don't skip. Because this next revelation is rare. Many people spend years chasing signs while ignoring the biggest one already happening inside them. The sudden desire to change. That desire is not random. It is often the first signal that your life is entering a higher season. You suddenly want peace more than attention. Purpose more than approval. Clarity more than chaos. That shift is powerful. Because once your spirit begins valuing peace, certain environments automatically become unbearable. And Michael uses that discomfort to guide you away from places that no longer match your destiny. Something huge is waiting for you. But your next chapter requires a different mindset. You cannot enter a new season while thinking like the person you used to be. That means releasing old fears, old doubts, old habits, old attachments. Not because you are becoming cold, but because you are becoming aligned. And alignment changes everything. Have you noticed how your intuition has become stronger recently? You feel when something is wrong faster now. You sense hidden tension quicker now. You notice energy before words even appear. That sensitivity is not weakness. It is awareness sharpening. Michael is trying to protect your future by strengthening your discernment today. Because not every opportunity deserves access to your energy. And not everyone deserves access to your peace. Stay till the end. Because what comes next is one of the biggest revelations yet. There is a reason you have been seeing repeated signs lately. Repeated thoughts. Repeated feelings. Repeated reminders appearing unexpectedly. When messages repeat, it is often because your spirit is being urged to pay attention. And right now, the message is clear. Stop doubting what your soul already knows. You already know which environments drain you. You already know which habits hold you back. You already know which path feels right deep inside. The problem was never lack of guidance. The problem was fear of trusting it. But something inside you is finally changing. You are becoming braver. And bravery does not always look loud. Sometimes bravery looks like quietly walking away from what no longer feels right. Sometimes bravery looks like choosing peace even when others misunderstand you. Sometimes bravery looks like continuing forward even when answers are incomplete. That is the kind of strength Michael has been building inside you. Quiet strength. Lasting strength. Unshakable strength. Something huge is waiting for you. And when it finally arrives, it will feel less like luck and more like destiny unfolding at the perfect time. That is why patience was necessary. Because rushed blessings often disappear quickly. But prepared blessings remain. And your life is being prepared for permanence now. Not temporary excitement. Real stability. Real clarity. Real peace. Don't skip now. Because this final part matters deeply. Very soon, something hidden will suddenly become obvious to you. A truth. A direction. An answer. And when that moment arrives, everything that confused you before will begin connecting together like pieces of a puzzle. You will understand why certain people had to leave. Why certain plans failed. Why certain delays lasted longer than expected. It was all creating space. Space for the life that is now approaching you. And this next chapter will not look anything like the pain you survived before. Archangel Michael is trying to prepare your heart now because once the shift fully begins, your entire perspective on life may change forever. Stay ready. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a moment that changes everything. A moment so powerful that once it arrives, your life never returns to the way it was before. And that moment may be closer than you think. Don't skip. Because Archangel Michael is trying to reveal something most people overlook until the very end. The struggle was never the final chapter. It was the preparation for the chapter that changes everything. Stay till the end. Because the next revelation may explain why your spirit has felt caught between two worlds lately. One part of you wants to hold on to the familiar. But another part of you already knows. You cannot stay where you used to be. That inner tension is not weakness. It is transformation happening in real time. Something huge is waiting for you. And every challenge you survived was shaping you to carry it. Think about how much you changed in silence. The world saw your smile, but never saw the battles behind it. People heard your words, but never heard the conversations happening inside your mind late at night. There were moments you nearly gave up on yourself. Moments you questioned your path. Moments you wondered if anything would ever truly change. Yet somehow, you are still here. Still searching. Still hoping. Still moving forward. That alone is powerful. Because many people stop believing before the breakthrough arrives. But you didn't. And that is why this message found you. Don't skip now. Because this next part may stay in your mind long after this video ends. Archangel Michael is trying to guide you into a season where peace becomes stronger than pressure. Read that carefully. Not temporary happiness. Peace. The kind of peace that remains steady even when life becomes uncertain. That is the gift being prepared for you now. But before peace enters fully, everything false must leave. False connections. False expectations. False versions of yourself. That process feels uncomfortable because growth always requires release. And release is emotional. You cannot become who you are meant to be while holding on to everything that belonged to your past. Something huge is waiting for you. That is why your spirit has been craving change. You are no longer satisfied with empty conversations. You are no longer impressed by temporary attention. You are no longer willing to ignore your intuition just to keep others comfortable. That shift is not accidental. It is awakening. And awakened people begin seeing life differently. Suddenly they notice hidden patterns. Hidden motives. Hidden opportunities. The same world exists around them, but their vision changes completely. Michael is trying to sharpen your vision now. Because soon, you will need to recognize the difference between distraction and destiny. Stay till the end. Because a once-in-a-lifetime revelation is coming. There are blessings approaching your life that cannot arrive while you are still emotionally connected to old pain. That is why healing became necessary. Not because your story was ending. But because your next chapter deserves a healed version of you. And healing does not happen overnight. Sometimes healing looks invisible. Quiet decisions. Silent growth. Moments nobody applauds. Yet those quiet moments create the strongest transformations. And one day, people will look at your life and wonder how everything changed so suddenly. But they will not know about the hidden process you survived. The nights you stayed strong privately. The moments you chose growth over bitterness. The times you kept believing even while uncertain. Those moments mattered. Every single one. Don't skip. Because this next revelation is something your spirit may already feel deep inside. A major redirection is approaching your life. Not small change. Major change. The kind that shifts your environment. Your mindset. Your relationships. Your future. And strangely, parts of you already know it is coming. That explains the restlessness. That explains the emotional shifts. That explains why old routines suddenly feel empty. Your soul senses movement before your eyes can fully see it. Something huge is waiting for you. And Michael is trying to prepare your heart before it arrives. Because sudden blessings can overwhelm unprepared minds. That is why wisdom comes before elevation. And you have been gaining wisdom through every season you survived. The disappointment taught you discernment. The waiting taught you patience. The silence taught you inner strength. Nothing was wasted. Even the painful moments carried purpose. Stay till the end. Because what comes next may become the most unforgettable part of this entire message. Very soon, someone who doubted you will witness your transformation. Not because you chased revenge. Not because you tried proving yourself. But because growth naturally becomes visible over time. People notice peace. People notice confidence. People notice clarity. Especially after watching you survive difficult seasons. And the most shocking part? The same situations that once drained your energy will no longer have power over you. Because you are changing internally first. That is where real transformation begins. Inside. Archangel Michael is trying to build stability within you before external blessings fully appear. Because external success without internal peace never lasts. But your next season is being built differently. With wisdom. With balance. With clarity. Something huge is waiting for you. Do not mistake the current silence for absence. Some of the greatest shifts happen quietly before they become visible. Seeds grow underground before anyone sees the breakthrough above the surface. And right now, your life is in that hidden growing season. Invisible progress is still progress. Never forget that. Don't skip now. Because the final revelation is here. There is a future version of you already waiting ahead. A version of you that smiles more freely. Sleeps more peacefully. Lives more confidently. A version of you no longer trapped by old fears. And every challenge you are facing right now is leading you toward that person. That is why you cannot quit in this season. You are too close. Closer than you realize. Closer than your emotions sometimes allow you to believe. Archangel Michael has been protecting doors you cannot yet see. Guiding opportunities you cannot yet imagine. Removing hidden obstacles before they ever reached you. And one day, you will look back at this exact season with tears in your eyes and finally understand. The delays protected you. The silence strengthened you. The waiting transformed you. And everything that happened was leading you toward the moment where your life finally begins to make sense. Stay ready. Stay aware. And above all, do not lose hope now. Because something huge is waiting for you.